if the engagement had been forced to go on forever.
Yes. And here we are in the match. So on the red team, we have Dmitrij's Angels. The first ship is the Reborn, piloted by Sunstorm. It is a Mobula with a Hades on top, 2 Artemises on lower deck, and a Gatling and a Flare on top deck. We also have Dmitrij, best leader, piloted by Dr. Bucket. It is a Galleon with 2 Lumberjacks and a Hades on the left, as well as a Hwacha and a Heavy Carronade on the right, and a Flare Gun on the back. Take it away with blue team.
Okay, blue team, we have a Lumberflax. So the first ship, piloted by Finks, is the Execution, and it is a classic Hades Lumberjack Heavy Flak. I'm actually really excited to see how that stacks up against the other Galleon. And the last ship is the Libclutter, piloted by Luosi. Nothing unusual about that name. Hades on top, 2 Artemis, Flare, and a Gat. So those ships are pretty much identical. The only difference here seems to be the Galleon's loadouts, which is super balloon popping versus a little bit more DPS. I'm really excited to see how this turns out, especially with the recent heavy flak update. We'll see if it can keep up in this form, which I think it can. It seems to be doing better. It's just a little bit weirder to shoot. Maybe not even weirder, just different. Sometimes it throws people off. Throws me off a little bit. I still want to shoot it slowly. I'm like, oh, that doesn't do very much.
Yes, the heavy flak is considered by many the hardest gun to shoot in this entire game, over the long ranges. Yeah. There goes the first spots out onto the Libclutter, as well as both spots onto the Dmitrij's Angels.
Ooh, and he's alone. Execution is going behind. Can they land? Can they land those? Oh, yep, there's one. Didn't do much, though. Wow, did they only get 1 hit with the Lumberjacks? It's too bad.
The best leader seems to be seeing a bit of what is going on, and they seem to be positioning themselves to prepare for a flank from that side. The side of the Execution, who are still behind cover. Hard cover, and the Libclutter is baiting out their shots right now.
This is an interesting plan. This is already a great game. I see good things happening. One way or another, this is going to be brutal. Either it works and they get red team in between them and just take them out, or red team's able to make a push and get Libclutter alone. But he's way back there now. That might not happen at all.
As the Execution seems to be content with this position, just waiting, biding their time for the correct time to push out against the 2 red ships.
Yeah, it's just pop shots right now. We'll have to wait for one of them to make a move.
Yes, it does appear that that the red ships are about 1 kilometer away from the blue ships, which is slightly above most gunners' accurate ranges on the guns in question.
Most gunners. You can do it, lol. You can do it.
And now the blue Galleon has popped out. They're sending their shots onto the Reborn.
Yes, okay. Let's see how this heavy flak does. And it misses all of them. Okay, but that's okay. The hole was up anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
And the Reborn is now pushing straight toward the Libclutter. Meanwhile, the Dmitrij seems to be repositioning themselves toward the left side, toward Execution. Actually, no, they appear to be trying to get behind cover from the Executions so that they can focus the Libclutter as well.
Yeah, maybe both, right? Yeah, they're going to make the push right now. Although, is Reborn being topped in Mobula in this? Looks like it. Okay, let's see if they can get there on time. And a miss. And a miss. You got this. There you go.
There goes the armor on the Reborn, and the balloon as well. Almost, not exactly.
Okay, yeah, but it looks like they're coming out on top with that one. Now all of the Lumberjacks are hitting, and on a Mobula, that's no fun. Takes a gunner off, and it's just so stressful.
Yes, the Libclutter's without a balloon and an armor. Hades shots landing about half of them.
Oh boy.
From the
we need those lumbers to hit.
The Reborn has also lost their armor.
Both gonna go down. The galleons are just eating up the respective mobulas. No! Don't miss those lumberjacks. Goodness.
There goes
No.
the Reborn, meaning the first kill goes to the Storm Riders.
What a close first kill advantage. That's so sad.
And now it is 1v1 with the Galleons. Will the double Lumberjacks or the Lumberjack plus Heavy Flak prevail?
I know, seriously. This is the showdown I want to see. But is it not going to happen? They're repositioning. Let's do this. Or not. Hold up. We're going to find out right now.
Reborn has now spawned back in.
Yeah.
They're going to be making their way back over here.
I'm thinking Dmitrij wants to get out of there. Yeah, Lib is now behind them, and if he can take their engines, they could be stuck. But it looks like he's going to make that turn and get away clean.
As for now, it is 2v1, but the Dmitrij does appear to have gotten behind cover. Meaning that, once again, we will go into an even engagement. All ships are at full hull health.
But that first kill advantage is a really big deal, especially in longer range games like this, because you never know when the next engagement is going to happen, and it's really hard to push an engagement with a galleon. Totally possible, but it's just a lot more difficult than with a forward-facing ship. You can't just charge at them.
Yes, those broadside guns mean that you have to turn if you wish to charge in at some time, or just very slowly fly back and forth, which is not the fastest strategy.
Very slowly fly back and forth. I feel like that could never be the fastest strategy. just saying. I feel like that's relevant. We'll just throw that in there.
Now,
Also, okay. What do you think Dmitrij's doing right now? It looks like he's charging to cover to hide or something, but his guns are facing the wrong way. Do you think he's gonna get under that little refinery and then back towards them? Because that would be cool.
that may be what they're doing, but their distance right now is, it appears, over 2 kilometers.
Yeah, and through a mountain.
Yes,
That'll do it.
Which is far above the ranges of several of the guns in
Yeah,
this map.
most gunners can't shoot through mountains. I'm a rare exception to that rule, but I don't think any of the guys in this lobby are.
With your Muse dev powers.
Well, I was actually just going to say, like, my pure talent. But sure, we can go with that too. I guess that's reasonable.
Alright, and the Reborn appears to be kind of scouting for their team. They are way in front of their ally. Distance of, I'd estimate, probably around 700 meters.
Ooh, here we go. Spots up. Lib Clutter's been seen and has seen them, and he's getting out. He's going. He's like, nope. This is not the engagement he wants right now. And he's very good at getting the engagements that he wants, so... Oh my gosh. He's taking a lot more... Oh, the mountain was in the way. I think he was trying to get behind the mountain there, but he just didn't. So instead he's dodging, which is actually working really well. He's throwing off all the gunners. And he's brought them in, and there's execution to maybe actually get the execution.
Yes, that was a very good trap from the Storm Riders, but with both red ships behind this mountain, it doesn't appear that they can take advantage of it immediately.
No, it now looks like it's an even fight again. The edge seemed to switch off, but I think it's kind of over now.
As the Dmitrij has just lost its balloon, their armor is about...
Everyone has lost their balloon. Both galleons are sinking below the rock. And the mobulas are fighting again. Okay, this is just a bunch of 1v1 duels. Let's see which crew are better gunners, because it looks like the captains have now done all they can to position their ships. Now it's about accuracy. And Reborn's lost their balloon, so that sucks.
So actually, as you were saying that, the galleon moved into position to target the Mobula instead of the Dmitrij.
Yeah, probably a good choice. Oh.
There goes the armor
there.
on
Yeah.
the Dmitrij.
They gotta get that balloon down and keep it down if they want to win.
As they duck behind cover in time before the heavy flak comes out. Because remember, the blue team does have a heavy flak, and a heavy flak can make a huge difference in a battle. All of a sudden, your entire hull armor is just gone.
Especially against like a Mobula. If the heavy flak is able to land all its shots on that thing, it's not going to survive, especially now.
And both blue ships are now balloon broken.
Is the cloud going to throw off their accuracy? Yeah, it looks like it is.
And spots have been lost for both teams.
That's too bad. You know, as a player myself, I always liked going back and watching the streams and seeing if the streamers recognized my amazing accuracy if I was gunning. And every once in a while that happened, and it's just the best feeling. I'm waiting for someone to just do something amazing gun-wise so I can recognize them on the stream. And they can go back and watch it and be happy that I acknowledge them. But we're not quite seeing that. Those were some pretty good connections there between the Lumberjacks and Libclutter.
So as you talk about gunning, both red ships lose their balloon.
Get the balloon and the hole. They have no heavy flak. So they need this thing just completely down.
Now, both blue ships have turned to target the Reborn once again.
But it looks like both red ships are targeting Lib. And he's going down.
Yes, the Libclutter has heavy fire on everything.
Ooh, yeah, which again, in a Mobula battle, height means a lot. And now that they...
For both teams, because they have positioned themselves behind this mountain such that if they fall down too far with their balloon drop, they're going to have time to bring it back up. And the Reborn loses its armor.
Yeah, look, that's going down. That was a tough engagement from the start. They had the lower ground, which with Artemis is ridiculous because the upward arc is just so painful. You got to be on top with the Mobula battle. And to have execution there to support, I'm actually really surprised they got away. That was impressive. Well-timed toothpick rock to hide behind. And maybe Dmitrij can make a move here, get the execution, but they've got to make all those lumbers hit, and none of them are hitting. There's one. They got the balloon. There's another. They got to make like 8 out of 8 happen right now because they have to get the balloon and the hole. They have no heavy flak. So they need this thing just completely down.
Now, both blue ships have turned to target the Reborn once again.
But it looks like both red ships are targeting Lib. And he's going down.
Yes, the Libclutter has heavy fire on everything.
Ooh, yeah, which again, in a Mobula battle, height means a lot. And now that they have height, I think they have a good advantage. Although he snuck under. Wow. Once again, Sneaky Lou. Very impressive flying. Gotta make those lumbers hit. Gotta keep them down. They're just going a little high right now. Mobulas are so hard to hit, so I can absolutely sympathize, but we need to get these shots or they're gonna die. This is their chance.
The Libclutter is still under heavy fire. Most of their components, except for a single engine, are on fire at this time.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna get away. Okay, they got the hole down. They got it down. Nice. Okay, that's a kill. But Reborn is really injured.
Yes, so now the execution appears to be backing out of this engagement.
Oh yeah, wouldn't you? No way.
Yeah.
That's a nope. You get out of there.
Yes, it is really difficult to win a 2v1 in any case, especially with such excellent pilots on both teams.
Yeah, and with the Artemis
crews, too.
Yeah, as long as there is an Artemis, it's going to be really hard for the execution to win a 1v1 battle with the other galleon. Here's the thing, though. If the Skyborn overpush here and they're not able to get the kill, the Mobula is going to come in and finish somebody.
Yes, and as you say that, the Libclutter is climbing up behind the Reborn. They're going to be taking this by surprise, it appears.
Yep.
Also, I would like to mention how unbelievably happy I am that that Dmitrij rammed the execution there. That's not something you see very much with galleons.
Especially long-range galleons. We have 3 lumberjacks in the game, and the galleons just rammed each other. That's That's pretty awesome.
There goes the armor drop on the Reborn and the kill. The Dmitrij
Ooh.
is now stuck in a 2v1 very close to blue spawn, very far away from their own spawns.
Yeah, and the lumberjacks are not hitting. They were unable to sink Lib. So now you can just turn around and he's got a little bit of an open season here. Oh, they had that advantage and I think they tried too hard to go for that galleon. It's always hard to say, but from this perspective, it looked like that was probably not the best choice. They probably should have just sunk him and run and not gone for the finish. Especially the Reborn that was so damaged. I think they may have forgotten how close those blue spawns really are. Because they are. I mean, Lib spawned right behind him.
Yes, he spawned in such a range that most gunners will hit the entire cliff of their Hades.
You would hope so.
But now the tides have evened a bit. The Dmitrij and the Execution are both down a very similar amount of health, and it is a nearly factory fresh battle at this point.
It is, but the Skyborn have to make a push here because it's 2-2 and there are 5 minutes left. And the first kill advantage is with the Ryders. Just barely, though. It's been such a close game the entire time, but that first kill advantage it could very well decide it. And if it doesn't decide it, it could push the Skyborn into a position they don't want to be in because they desperately need that kill.
Yes, desperation either ends very well for your team or very badly.
Yeah, I've definitely seen it go both ways.
Oh, yes.
Oh, those lumberjacks just barely missing, and it looks like because of that he's going to be able to get away. It is hard to shoot through clouds like that, especially with no flares. And even if you have flares, because he's so far away from the clouds, you might just be flaring yourself. No way to win.
Now both blue teams are behind cover, and they're calling for a
pause
pause now. Looks like Skybox from the Mobula has disconnected. He is. He is loading in again right now. Pause has been confirmed by the referee.
Well, hopefully they use this time to think about how they're going to make that 3-minute push.
Yes, I'm actually asking the referee right now how much time is left so that we can give you guys an exact number. Alright, and the pause is ending now. The player has spawned back in, it appears. There it is, confirmed by the referee.
Here we go. We're going to get the time. It's got to be, 2 minutes. They have 2 minutes to make the push.
Alright, with now 2 minutes remaining, of course, and the red team needs to get at least 1 kill to win this match. The blue team, the Storm Riders, have the first kill advantage, of course, meaning that they just need to not die in order to win this match. Of course, if there's an engagement in the end of these 2 minutes, there will be a 3-minute overtime until an engagement ends.
And it looks like this is going to be the engagement. There is not a lot of room to run here. Dmitrij's hitting execution. I don't know if that's the one to go for. I mean, it's good to sink it, and it'll certainly help, and you can't get your eyes on the other one, but I think if they want to get the kill and finish it in their favor, they gotta kill Lib. Especially with the lumberjacks right now. It's a much harder shot, but it'll do a lot more damage.
Yes, there's now.
Oh, and they've now broken engagement.
Yes, there's now less than a minute remaining, and both blue ships have repositioned themselves behind this spire in the ground. And they are going for a very aggressive push onto it appears the Lib clutter.
Hmm.
The Dmitrij is.
Oh! Now they're hitting.
This,
They have to finish it right here.
the Reborn loses its balloon. The
and you can see
Dmitrij
because
has
of
a
that.
very low balloon.
no,
the
Lib just
armor
bumped
on
the
the
wall
Reborn.
there. Oh my gosh, all the shots going above and below. They were unable to capitalize on that. That's so painful.
So, the blue team appears to be fleeing from this engagement if possible. Of course, they got the first kill advantage, meaning that they win if overtime ends. But they are in an area of the map that is very wide open with very little cover to break off this engagement.
It's all about whether or not Dmitrij can land these lumberjacks. I think that'll make the difference here.
Yes, they're now turning. It appears they have spotted some cover that they would like to take advantage of.
Oh, that's a lot of heat.
Actually, no, it appears that they're trying to engage. They're trying to get into this engagement themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that they're going for the disables here. But, oh no. Oh no, they've had to reposition. Oh, Reborn's armor's down.
Yes, and they're, of course, are going to be focused by both blue ships, it appears.
Oh,
Lidflutter
boy.
loses their armor now.
This is so stressful.
Reborn has switched to their Gatling gun, trying to take down that hull armor at the very close range that they are at.
There we go. Artemis taking stuff down right now. They probably have 1 minute remaining in overtime. Can they land it? They do!
And they get the kill!
They got the kill! Oh my gosh. Wow.
Storm Riders must now get at least one kill to win this match.
In what, 30 seconds? That is tough. In overtime, they got the final kill. Wow.
Yes, and now it appears that the red ships are, of course, going to try to break off this engagement as they have the advantage. 1 minute remaining for the blue team to get this kill. But they are so far away that it looks like the engagement will be broken off very soon before the timer runs out.
And they're behind a rock. I think that's going to call it right there.
Yes, it is. Of course, it is up to the referee to decide when the engagement is over. And every referee is going to look at that differently. So right now it appears that we're just waiting for the referee to call the end of the engagement. Game is over, and Dmitrij's Angels win the first match over the Storm Riders in this best of 3.
Wow, what a good game. That was really great.
Yes,
we
of
had
course.
Some deciding final shots there. A really excellent push. That was satisfying.
Yes, of course.